I reached out to this next artist just because when I saw him, completely blew my mind. I have no idea what he's going to do tonight because he's like an amazing everything. So this is about the flow. An amazing person that I love. He was on the show this week talking about the work he's doing. I'm sure he'll share with you later on. Talking about stress reduction, talking about, alleviating burnout in the workplace, and basically just a jester of love. And I mean jester as in the court jester. The very, very everything. Indy Rishi, everybody. Yeah!
Whoa. You talking about me? Is you talking about me? What's that?
Yeah.
Get some high fives in here. High fives, high fives, high fives. All across the board.
Yeah!
How you guys doing? Well, you're still what? You're still awake? Amazing. I never got to stay up this late. So I'm gonna try something different before I do what I do and share something really beautiful with you all. I feel like this is a good moment for us to do something. It's kind of hard. I can't focus. So let's all stand up real quick. All right. So here's a catch, right? What I'm gonna ask you guys all to do is just for a moment, right? Just for a moment. Don't take yourself seriously. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Are you guys all okay with that? Can you not take yourself seriously, please, sir? All right, let's all take ourselves a little bit less seriously, just in this moment. Fair? Fair enough? Okay, here's what I'm gonna ask you to do. Really quick, just feel out how you feel right now. Just feel it. Feel yourself inside. Just maybe you can close your eyes. Just take a moment. Just feel how you feel in regards to everything in your life, in the world. Here in the space, wherever, just the whole gamut. Just feel it for a moment. All right? You got that? You got that feeling? Can you remember it now? You remember it? Okay, got it? Cool. All right, everyone open your eyes again. Here's what you're going to do, okay? This is what I'm saying. You got to be really careful. Everybody, are you back there? You guys back there? Are you taking yourself seriously? No. You sure? Can you check, Tracy? Are they serious? No, okay, good. It's like serious meters, you know? Some people do have serious meters. You can see it. Whoa, too serious. Oh my God, we gotta turn it down a little bit. Okay, so what I'm gonna ask you guys all, you have neighbors all around you. So what I'm gonna ask you to do is say hello to your neighbors. But no saying hello with words. You can say hello only with funny faces or with laughter or whatever, but you cannot say hello with words. Is that okay? So turn to your neighbors, you can hug, you can shake your hand, but laugh, okay? Or make the other person laugh. That's the key. Everybody come find your seat again. Oh. All right. Whoa. Okay, how do you feel now?
Lighter.
Lighter? How do y'all feel?
Enlightened.
Enlightened. Interesting. For sure. I feel more shadowy. How about, do you feel energized? Do you feel like you have a better outlook on the world? Maybe a little bit? Huh? All right, so I have two tools here. I have these wonderful tools, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share a story with y'all. I mean, not really a story. I guess it's a story that's been happening over and over again, and most stories do. They happen over and over again, and it's told in different ways. And the messages are often the same. The symbology is very reflective, you know, kind of repeats over and over in cool ways. But at the same time, I feel it's very pertinent to whenever there seems like there's disharmony, whenever like any story, any journey has some sort of imbalance, something has to form to create balance. Right? Left? Left? Left or right? Right? Left? Left or right? Sideways? So when there's imbalance, right, there's something happens, right? Even in our bodies, we have to do stuff, we have to take steps to create balance. But then there's also these stories, like these things that happen throughout like psychology and sociology and all this cool stuff where people show up. Maybe those people are not even real people, they're like stories, like mythology, right? Or left? Up, down, sideways, down. So, has anybody ever heard of Krishna? So, I adhere to no religion, but I am highly spiritual, and I feel there's like interconnectedness of all things. And I like Krishna's story, and when you put his story alongside Christ's story, and you put his story alongside a lot of really cool people throughout history, right? There's some cool synchronicity in those spaces, right? So I'm going to share a story about Krishna that's very relevant to today, that's happening right now in our world, and I think it's really relevant to understand his story and what it was good for. So while I'm telling the story, I'm also going to play the flute. His flute. How cool is that, right? But here's a catch. Now that you guys all laughed and you feel good and comfortable, I want all of you guys to take a moment and practice breathing while I tell this story. How's that? So listen to the story, do a little bit of breathing. You guys know how to breathe, right? Sure? Oh my gosh, you're right. You're more right than all of us. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. So keep breathing, please, guys. We don't want any problems. All right. So what I'm going to ask you to breathe, but here's how you're going to breathe. There's a direction for it, right? So breathe long and deep breaths. Inhalation, pause, and exhalation. Just concentrate on making those really long. It helps if you have a straight spine. You know, if you sit with your tushy straight and your head spiked, like pulled up to the sky, and you have a straight back, it's even better. You'll actually start to feel it if you play with it. You might even find your spine might get more straight as you breathe like this. But it's a good benefit, you know. You'll sleep a lot better tonight breathing like this. It'll be nice. Right? Or left? Left? So, as I tell this story, I am going to definitely want to let you just bring into the energy of Krishna. Just to be mindful of that. See, for me, Krishna is a story of playfulness. Like his ethos, the power that he yielded, whatever. Was very playful. Very, 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 very playful. But it was playful with purpose. You know, it's very easy for us to be playful and not have purpose, you know? But playfulness with purpose, whoa, that's cool. It's cool. So let's pull in that energy within ourselves, and maybe as we breathe, you know, we just laughed, we had a little bit of playfulness, but also bring some playfulness inside your body. So as you breathe, acknowledge the play that's happening within your body as you breathe. What kind of beautiful, amazing chemical reactions are happening. Incredible plays. There's probably drama between your cells. They're like, oh my God, I'm getting oxygen. No, I want the oxygen. You know? It's all kinds of cool stuff happening in your body. We don't even know. Do you even know what your bacteria are doing in your microbiome? They might be playing video games right now. We're like, no, get off your smartphone. Do your work. All right, so Krishna. Here's how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna play the flute and just pull in that energy. Think about Krishna for a moment, and imagine Krishna in your body and that playfulness happening throughout your body. Maybe you close your eyes. Maybe you don't. Maybe you hold somebody's hand. Do whatever you want. So, Krishna, what's really cool about him was at this point in his life when he was finding out how he could channel his abilities. You know, he had practiced really hard to gain 108 different skills and master these amazing skills. He was able to do all kinds of cool stuff, including playing the flute, dancing, whatever it was. But he was like, okay, this is great, I can have all this power, but there's a lot of imbalance in the world. He just felt that there was like incredible imbalance, like there was imbalance of resources. Especially in that part of India, right? There's like these kings, and these different kings were hoarding the resources in different ways, or they were like utilizing, or maybe they were like, I remember there was a lot of like imbalance of feminine and masculine, so a lot of the feminine was being abused and used rather than being respected and dignified, and there was a lot of imbalance in the kingdom, throughout the kingdom. And he was like, what can I do? What can I do? People have been trying to talk to the sages have been trying to talk to the king, nothing's working, right? Like it's just the avarice, everything's going out of whack. And so Krishna goes, okay, like let me see if I can use playfulness in this way. And so he devised a plan to tell a story in the king's court. And in that story that he told in the king's court, he not only was really smart, but he actually ended up utilizing other artists. Have you guys ever heard of gopis?
No.
Gopis were, oh my god, how do I explain gopis to him? So gopis were amazing, they were so super creative goddesses, right? But they were all kind of being abused in the king's courts, right? They weren't allowed to be goddesses, they were kind of being abused. And their skills were not being used in a wise way. And so Krishna was like, okay, let's come up with a plan. Let's tell a story, and tell a story of showing these kings, of a story about kings who utilize their resources well, who share their gifts, and then are empowered and emboldened, and even experience life even better, more ecstatically. And he tells this story in the king's court with the gopis. And he tells it over and over again every single day with playfulness and laughter. And so that story is kind of relevant to today. I wonder if today, instead of us trying to get people to understand, if we use a little bit of playfulness. So I'm going to continue sharing the flute, Krishna's flute, and as I do, think about that. Let's project something out there. Let's project a possibility, right? There's a lot of worry, but what about the possibility? What's the possibility of those who are suffering, who are our leaders, or who act like leaders? What if they're happier? What if they're more playful? What if playfulness is injected into their lives? What would happen? I don't know. We'll see. Find out. So maybe you can imagine it, maybe you could visualize it, maybe you can put it out there, but together I feel we're much more powerful. I don't know, that's my hypothesis. I don't know anything. All I know is I don't know anything. I don't know anything.
Except that.
I don't know that either. It's so confusing. this last few breaths, I'd like to take this moment to acknowledge all the people that have come before us, all the people who have laid the foundations for us to be here, the sacrifices, our family members, our ancestors, the people that lived here before, that cultivated this land, the different people who met our ancestors, the different combination of things that allowed us to survive to be here right now. My God, so much gratitude for all of that whole process, that whole tree that brings us here. And then this present moment, thank you. Thank you for all the people that have brought us together today, the people who've cultivated this space. Tracy and Adam have cultivated this event for us to share amazing energy and art and creativity. Thank you for holding space, even Santa Cruz and all the different combinations of elements and people that help bring us here. And thank you so much to the future and all the people we're going to meet, that we're going to laugh with, we're going to sing with, we're going to play with, we're going to be playful with in the future. And we're going to envision a better world together. We're going to have fun while we do it. Thank you to the whole process, this whole beautiful past, present, future, this beautiful dance of time that we get to participate in. Thank you to all of you. Thank you yourself for a moment, for being here, for actually taking the chance to be here and taking the time to cultivate yourself in community, to connect over art and creativity. Thank you to yourself for helping your body, for breathing, for taking care of yourself, for having self-care, for sleeping so much better tonight because you laughed and you played a little bit more than you usually do. Thank you so much for my teachers and my mentors and my friends who give me the courage to be able to get on the mic, to get in front of other people, to share knowledge and gifts and wisdom, or maybe I don't know what it is. I thank you to whatever that is, to give me the courage to pretend like I know something. Take a big deep breath in. Hold it, and big sigh out loud. Oh, come on, you guys can do better. Do it again, big deep breath in. Hold it, big sigh. One more big one, make it really count. Big deep breath in. Hold it. Big huge sigh. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I want to let you know about a website called NOLA.chat. Is that right?
Yep, that's it.
NOLA.chat. So Indy is on a board of amazing creative people who are putting I call it a consortium, is that the right word?
Yeah.
It's basically looking at your way of going through the day, and you can gauge, they're sort of in this test mode, and you can be part of this amazing technology of being able to find ways to increase your energy and do various things. And it's an amazing, I can't give it any justice, but you gotta go to NOLA.chat, and you can participate in this. And it's a wonderful consortium of folks that Indy's with, that really, again, we talk about real difference making. That is a really, really amazing site that you should all visit and take part in that.